Hello. Well, it's the 9th of November 2021, and once again, I can't even speak. Once again, I'm out in the beautiful Loxley Valley. The weather is just, you can probably hear it's a bit windy today, a little bit breezy, but it's a beautiful sunny day. Absolutely gorgeous. And of course, November is tree planting time. So I'm in Loxley Recreation Ground, which is here, and in this very rough margin at the side, I thought I'd come and plant a tree, do a little bit of guerrilla gardening. So I've planted a lovely beech tree that has been grown from seed from local woodland. So I thought it's about time to plant it out. So I've planted it quite a distance from the wall over there, from the boundary, and it's still in this rough bit, so it's not encroaching. It's not going to encroach onto the actual field for, well, at least 50 years, if not longer. The trunk will obviously get bigger and will come out to the edge of this rough area probably in maybe about 100 years time, 80 to 100 years time, something like that. In which time, hopefully, this, because it is quite an underused park, it's just kind of play area over there. It's not, you can see with the slope, it's not good for playing games, football. It's just for taking dogs for a walk, running around and whatever. There are already plans to plant up this autumn, or rather later on this winter, kind of January to March time, a lot more of a woodland planting just a little bit further down, just up to that boundary that you can see before you get to that field at the other side. So hopefully in time this will become a more naturalised area anyway. So by that time this rough area that's at the moment about, depending on where you look, is about maybe 12 to 15 foot deep. Who knows, may come out another 10, 15, 20, 30 foot. In which case this tree will, just be a lovely central part to it. Now, unfortunately, I've not got any protection for around the bottom. I might see if I can. I might have got the odd one at home somewhere, so I may kind of come out back out over the next week or two, and just to protect that young trunk from any rabbits, because there are lots of rabbits out here. But other than that, I'm not staking it. It doesn't need staking. It's a really big root ball, well healed in without it being over compacted. Not planted it too deep. As you can see, it's not got a big crown on it yet, so dug a big area twice the size of the root ball, so it's got plenty, teased the roots out, so it's got plenty of room for the roots to grow into, and to really get a solid base. Plenty of loose soil underneath the root base as well, so you can get a tap root down, so it can firmly anchor itself. So no, and I've also planted it in a way that, beech very rarely grow completely straight. It is straight, but the lean is slightly into the wind anyway. So, I don't want to start him to lean this way. The prevailing wind comes from that direction. And so, if I was to plant that the other way around, it would be leaning slightly that way, and so it will go over a lot easier. So I've kind of not lent it, but I've planted it so it's kind of facing the other way. It's facing into the wind and providing its own kind of barrier, if that makes sense. So I can guarantee that I will come up and water this any dry spells over the next 2 or 3 years, but put aside vandalism, dogs maybe scratching around there, and rabbits, I can guarantee, or unless we get some kind of beech disease coming like ash dieback, I can guarantee that this tree will do very, very well. Absolutely guarantee it. So yeah, so I mean, when I potted it up, for example, I used some, because that's the size of the pot. I used some mycorrhizal fungus, and you can actually see, as I took it out of the pot, you could see the fungus itself kind of attached to the roots. So now that's gone in there, that'll give the fungus more scope to grow and help the plant even more. So yeah, the light is just so beautiful today. It's just absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, that's a little beech tree in Loxley Recreation Ground planted. And I shall be planting, or helping to plant, one tomorrow down Hillsborough. So yeah, so it is very much tree planting time. Right, just give you a quick 360. It's being buffeted about. That's what I want to see. I want to see it moving. The actual root ball is absolutely solid. That's not moving at all. And obviously I should keep a watch on it over the winter. I'll come up every couple of weeks or so, maybe once a month, depending on how I feel. I'll just check it, just see if it's okay. Until it starts to grow next spring, next April time, May, when you would hope that by then the soils, we've had a lovely warm October, we've had a warm and wet October, we've had so far, the nights have been a bit cool, but again it's been quite a mild November, temperatures around about average or slightly above. It's lovely and warm today, temperatures around about, I would imagine, well, in the sun probably warmer, but I would imagine around about 14, 15 Celsius. What's that? Double it and add 30, around about 60 Fahrenheit, approximately late 50s. So the soil should be nice and warm. Forecast heavy rain on Saturday. At the moment it's Tuesday. So again, not going to water that in, let the rains water it in. That will settle it down even more. As I say, I'm just going to see if I can find an old plastic tube or something to protect the trunk, and away you go. That should be, you know, in 20, 30, 40 years time, that should be a decent sized tree. So yeah, from the beautiful Loxley Valley, bye for now.